Hi beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. So since stuff is going rapidly with our house stuff now, we're moving and we're about T-minus 40 days out from moving our farm. I thought actually I'm going to be doing like a separate video with the whole house thing. Of course do some in between of our renovating and all of that. But I will be doing like a separate video of the building, the planning and all of that, just like a separate video. And so yeah, this is going to be the intro to that video basically. So if you have not watched much of my videos, basically,
I'm sure I understand.
Siri, you suck. Yeah, she does that a lot. Basically what we are doing is we are moving into a tiny home. I'm leaving my work that I'm a dairy farmer, or I was a dairy farmer, and so we will be moving into a tiny home. And when I'm talking tiny home, I mean tiny home. You will see how big it is or how small it is in your perspective somewhere in this video where it started out. I do have previous video where you can actually have a look at a model, sort of like what we're going to get. I did end up getting the kitchen that I wanted. It's that kitchen in that video. I think it's like 2 or 3 videos back. There's a video of that kitchen of we are looking at like a sample of what the guy can give us, and we're getting that exact type of model, except our bathroom will be different. But we are getting that kitchen, which I'm super happy about because I love that kitchen so much, and I'm really happy that my husband decided we can pay the extra and get that for me. So I'm super stoked and happy about that. So yeah, that is the tiny home we are moving in. My in-laws have got a 2-plot land, which means they've got 2 house I don't know, plots, whatever you want to call it. In Afrikaans you call it an erf, which means they've got 2 land areas, so we can put 2 houses, like this place for 2 houses basically. So we are moving into the back one. They are putting up a second property for us, and that's the tiny home. So we are buying that land from them, and then we are putting up, well, we're putting up our house already on there, and we're super stoked about that because I'm going to be able to have my chicken coop, which my in-laws have already said is fine, because you kind of do want to keep the whole neighborhood and everybody happy with what you're doing, and especially when I want to keep my in-laws happy. I can't just go crazy and get like heaps of stuff, because we will be sharing like space with them in veggie garden. They're fantastic gardeners, and very good vegetable gardeners and like food wise, so we'll be learning a lot from them. I will actually have my own little greenhouse. Not 100% sure where we're going to put it, but hubby did say I can have a greenhouse, like a small little greenhouse, like I'm talking like a garden shed type of thing. If I can find a picture of what I kind of do want, I'll put it in here. And then I will have my chicken coop plus with my rabbits, which will be nice, and my guinea pigs. I know people say you can't house guinea pigs and rabbits together. I do know that, but I've also seen instances if you've got a big enough space, they're fine. I've been to many places where they actually do have them housed together, and as long as they've got heaps of space, they've got their own little hidey spots, they will be fine. So we might do that. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but we might do that, and then we'll see about the chickens, where we're going to be housing them, if they're going to be with the rabbits or the guinea pigs, or are they going to be by themselves. I don't know. I haven't done my research on that, but we'll see. But I am getting my own chickens, which I'm super excited about because they are great for the environment, one, and they're great for eating your food scraps. So also environmental, it's going to be really good. Plus my in-laws are vegans, and so there will be a lot of food scraps for them from that as well. So super stoked. Plus we get the benefits of the eggs as well, because my husband and I, we are not vegan, so we will be enjoying that eggs that comes from them. So yeah, that is I'm just looking at my camera because it's got like the watch on my camera, because I am recording from my phone. But that's a lot of information for you guys. So this is basically just the start of the video, the start of what we're doing, and throughout this video you will see how the process has gone. how we've put in like prepared for a container, because we are getting a storage container, a big container next to my husband's workshop, to house in all of our stuff for once we do go to a bigger house, a bigger home. If we are, the tiny home is basically just the first start, and we might get another one and latch it onto, or we might sell the tiny home and then start building our bigger home. I don't know, we'll see, because we've had our plans change so many times, and we just adapt. In this type of life, you just have to adapt or you'll die. So not literally, it's just a saying, like adapt or die. It's just a saying, which I actually quite enjoy, which I like. That's my mindset, is adapt or die. And we're just adapting to the situation, and this is the current situation. Tiny home, minimalist living, we are all for it. So we're going to be storing a lot of our stuff away in our container, and we will be setting up the container to be like a second room, a garage type of area, so it will be nice and organized. Maybe not in the beginning, but later on we'll put up shelves and make it, it's already waterproof and rust proof, but we'll put in some ventilation so we can actually store some more stuff in there, so it kind of be like a second office type of area for me or my husband. Because it is a tiny home, we will get on each other's nerves, we already know that. But that's the type of thing I was thinking about. So yeah, this video will have show you heaps of footage of that, us cleaning, gardening, planning away, showing how we do it, and yeah, show you the tiny home in the end. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like I said, we're still now in April, and this video will probably only be going live in June, because we're only getting the house in June, actually. So since our deposit is now paid, the guy's going to start building it. So unless one of the other two people in front of us decide they don't want the tiny home anymore or something like that, and they magically have the same thing as us, we won't be getting our house anytime soon. We're getting it in June, if all goes well. So, and we know it will. But yeah, that is the current situation, and that is my long intro to this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video though. It's a really exciting time for us, and I hope you guys can be happy and share this exciting time with me and my husband and my family, because we are super excited. So basically what's happening here is we need to take that down, a part of that down, to put in our container that's going to be standing right here, where my little Daisy dot is. And yeah, my husband and I are just currently discussing how we're going to do that. We were talking about the trees that needs to come out, the weeds as well, because there's heaps. And there goes Daisy. She goes and explore on a little spot. Unfortunately, I had to take that out, so her little spot's not there anymore. But she is quite the little explorer. So that is basically what we're doing here. So we ended up actually cleaning up away most of this undergrowth where we're going to take down the roof. But inside that, we just left it because I might be using that stuff for another time. As you can see though, yeah, it took a lot of work. There's a lot of mess. We did get through it all that day, and it's, yeah, we made a little fire pile over there to burn some wood that we needed to get rid of. Cleared away all of that, as you can see. Ended up being a nice job to do. And in the next clip you'll see once it's actually taken down and how it's going to look. I'm very excited for this actually. Doesn't that look so much better? I am so excited for this. Well, I was at the time because it's been a few weeks now. But now that's cleared away, and we can start tackling the trees at the back that needs to come out. This is Daisy and Bella. My husband was eating at the moment, so they were hoping for something to drop on the floor for them to eat. But look at those cute faces. Oh, I love these so. The bird, the other one's probably running around somewhere. End of day one. Yeah. So we've poisoned those tree stumps. That's why they've got those on them, because we're trying to protect the dogs. But this is our current situation, and then later on we'll get those ones and those ones done, and then the container will be in this area. Okay, so before people start commenting about the trees being gone, you can see the difference. Those trees are invasive and actually have got these thorns on them, and they grow like weeds. That's why we had to get them out, because they were damaging structure. But anyway, there we are laying out our little containers area, and well, I've missed some footage, but here my husband is actually setting up. We're going to be putting in double gates in there so we can bring in the container and our tiny home. And here's our a container being delivered. I did not get a lot of footage of that, unfortunately. But this is when we started putting stuff into it. It's another 20 foot, so it worked out really, really well for us. Nice and big, lot of storage. We fit literally everything in. For our consent from the government or the council, we had to dig in a trench to put in our own septic and all of that. Hubby had a lot of fun doing this. He's actually quite skilled with it. Another thing he's good at. There's a little septic pump, and it's all, we got our consent cleared by now, and yeah, we're very excited. It's all closed up. We did a lot of work to get this in, well, practically my husband and his dad. So we are super excited to have this in. After the consent, we had to fill it all back up, send them pictures. So this is just the start process of us doing that. And this is the end of part 1 for our tiny home move. I hope you guys enjoyed this process, and I'll see you in the next one.